Are you interested in learning more about the enigmatic petrodollar economy? Since 1973, people have participated in this dangerous game. It is what has made the US dollar the dominant currency in the world and has the ability to influence the entire economy. The US government was able to independently expand its influence throughout the world thanks to the petrodollar's strength. However, petrodollar has just encountered a significant issue, and we'll discuss that in this video. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Amuse World. If you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to stay updated about significant happenings around the world. Let's begin with a significant question now. What is a petrodollar? The term petrodollar first appeared with the 1973 signing of the infamous Oil Security Trade Agreement between Saudi Arabia and the United States. This agreement has significant advantages for both Saudi Arabia and the USA. The Saudis pledged to solely sell oil for US dollars, and the US agreed to provide them with security, weapons, and other supplies. Both nations benefited from this agreement, since it allowed them to evolve into the wealthy, developed economies they are today. Governments all around the globe are compelled to hold US dollars in reserve, since OPEC nations only accept US dollars as payment for their oil. As a result, there is strong demand for the US dollar, which helps to maintain its value even when the economy is slowing down. The US experienced inflation in the middle of 2022, which was a recent example of this. The US dollar's prices are gradually rising versus other major currencies, not declining. No matter how close a nation is to the United States, if it doesn't produce its own oil, it must maintain a reserve of US dollars in order to purchase the essential commodity. A nation can be brought to its knees by oil because it is so powerful. A new currency on the way. There have been many disagreements, but if one nation can control the price of oil, it can rule the entire world. The United States is an example of this, and they seized the opportunity well. A new BRICS currency may be on the horizon, however, given the recent economic instability, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, the tensions between the United States and China, and Saudi Arabia's unwillingness to grant the United States' request. The petrodollar is under strain as a result of all of these factors. But what threats does the petrodollar face if it is so strong? To find the answer, let's make a U-turn. Around October, OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, announced that it would only reduce oil production by 2 million barrels per day in order to maintain high oil prices in the face of an impending economic catastrophe. It was believed that this action was necessary. By making this decision, the West received a hostile message. Right away, the US requested a change of heart from the Saudis. Even President Joe Biden of the United States traveled to Saudi Arabia to speak with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman about reducing the price of oil. But only a fist bump seemed to have resulted from it. Following this, the US threatened the Saudis with consequences, as they always do. But Saudi Arabia appears to be unaffected by any threats, including the No-PEC bill, which would enable the United States to include Saudi Arabia and other OPEC nations in the American legal system. After joining forces with Russia to form OPEC+, Saudi Arabia requested membership in the BRICS. All of these factors indicate that Saudi Arabia is attempting to find alternatives, and that these possibilities are no longer limited to Washington. Now, the key issue right now is identifying the petrodollar's largest threat. Well, the answer is petro-yuan. Yep, that's right. China's President, Xi Jinping, recently visited Saudi Arabia for a summit milestone. Xi gave a speech on December 9, 2022 in Riyadh at an Arab summit. The ceremony was overseen by Prince Mohammed bin Salman. With regard to relations between China and the Arab world, the event represents a significant improvement. Saudi Arabia and China, which are both the major oil exporters and consumers in the world, made clear statements about non-interference while she was there. This happened at a time when Riyadh's relationship with Washington had been put to the test by issues including Russia, energy policy, and human rights. Both nations believe that moving away from the dollar in favor of the yuan is essential because the dollar-dominated financial system is increasingly being used as a weapon. Additionally, they anticipate that the action will stabilize bilateral trade and loosen the US dollar's grip on the world oil market. It would be a significant political step if Saudi Arabia ceased trading oil in dollars. Riyadh had previously threatened to do this when it became possible for OPEC members to be sued for antitrust violations in the US under the America's No-PEC bill. Overall, the Chinese economy is larger than that of the United States, but recently, China has become increasingly active in West Asia. This is partially a result of how the global energy market functions. China would greatly benefit from discontinuing its reliance on the currency. China's energy relations with Russia and Iran have expanded as well. This is in keeping with the political beliefs of the nation, which regard Iran as a sizable, economically developed nation with a rapidly developing defense sector, in contrast to Russia as a big state with enormous economic, defense, military, and technological capabilities. If Petro-Yuan is adopted as a new world currency, what do you think will happen to the global economy? Please share with us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.